bite for a second. Yep, there it is, there it is, there it is. What is up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Hooking with Hutch. Today we are headed out for a species we haven't gone for on the channel today. I thought it would be cool because a lot of the bigger YouTubers I watch, I don't ever see them target the species, and it's arguably got to be one of the most beautiful fish in the northern area. So I think it would make for a really cool video today. It did rain last night and this morning, so water clarity might be rough, but we're still going to go out and try. We just got done shopping around at the bait store. We got some necessary tackle that I will show you guys later in the video. We couldn't get our hands on a small net, unfortunately, but all that means is we'll just have to be extra careful because it is very delicate. So we're gonna have to be very careful while handling it and getting some good footage for you guys. And I do plan on doing some awesome underwater shots because this fish is just remarkable. So without further ado, we're gonna get right out there and get to it. I will see you guys on the water. All right, guys, we finally arrived to our location after about probably a 2-hour drive. We're running a super light rig up today. We got a Berkley lightning rod. It's a 6.6 medium, super sensitive. I got 6-pound line on here with an Okuma, what is it, Alaris 30? And then a very simple rig up, guys. We got a split shot about 2 inches up from where we tied off a little spinning beaded hook here. And we got about 2 inches of a night crawler. And that's the rig up. So we're gonna start under here because it is storming a little bit and we're getting some rain, so I'd rather fish under cover. This is actually a close friend of mine's favorite spot, so I apologize, but we are gonna keep this spot a secret. We're not gonna give away where it is, but we're basically just gonna cast under here for a little bit. Then we're gonna work our way into some eddies and really target these fish. The water clarity is very, very poor, so our day is going to be a little bit harder, but I think we should be able to pull a few out. All right, guys, I figured we'd just give this spot a quick shot. Now we're going to go and we're going to look for some eddies, and I'm going to give you some tips and tricks on what you should be looking for, how to fish it. And I haven't said the fish's name yet just because I want to keep it a secret until we catch one, but we're going to give you some tips and tricks on how to go out and catch your own. All right, so we actually just took a pretty nasty spill off this ledge into the river, so we're nice and wet now, so we don't have to worry about wading in the water anymore. We already got wet. We got the hard part out of the way. It was not pleasant. Yeah, the storm must have rolled through here. There's a lot of loose mud, and not only does that play into it being a little more dangerous, plays into why the water clarity is not really up to par. All right, so when you're fishing like this, you want to find these little sandbars. It's a perfect area to fish from, and it's going to pretty much get you to all the spots you need to get to. So we're coming up over here. We have a lot of strong current, which is a good sign. If we can find an eddy and some depth, we'll be getting somewhere. This water doesn't look very deep, unfortunately. A lot of this fishing is sightseeing. Trying to find the perfect location to cast. There's a little bit of an eddy right here in front of us. We'll take a cast in. If we don't get anything, we're going to move a little bit further down. So you just want to keep your line out straight primarily so you can feel the bite, and you're just letting the current take your rig up down current, and it swirls. That's what an eddy does. It swirls it into where there's still water. That's what the eddy is. And once that stops, you just want to reel it in real slow and wait for that bite. And if you don't get one, it's just rinse and repeat. But we're actually going to move down because this water is not very deep right here. We actually have a pretty good location here. We have this strong current coming through with a deep pocket, and we got the current kind of brushing off into a still water area. So we're going to give it a shot. I'm going to kind of reel into it. I think I felt a little bit of a bite. All right, we're in a perfect location now. We got a nice deep pocket over there with a lot of current, and it swirls into eddies, and we're gonna cast right into it and see what we get. Again, you're just gonna let the current take your bait, and when you see it stop moving, that's when you're gonna want to reel in slow. It means your bait's hit the ground, and a lot of time our target species is gonna chase it, and once it stops is when it's gonna take a bite at it. Now, this fish isn't like a bass, because a bass, normally when it hits your bait, you wait for it to eat it before you set the hook. These are very finicky fish, so as soon as you feel a bite, you need to set the hook, because it is very known to just spit the hook immediately. They're very, very smart fish. Hopefully we don't run into a bear. I know that there is a bear spotted in the location we're in right now. Another note to self when you're fishing for this species is finding rocks that protrude out of the water, and you cast right behind them in the current, so it drags you into the eddy, and that's just a classic spot to hammer into one of these fish. There we go, that's right where we wanted to be. Bite for a second. Yep, there it is, there it is, there it is. Just a little one, but we do have our target species of the day. We're gonna try to keep it in the water. What a beautiful fish we have here. Just a little one, but we did get one finally. Alright, just want to be very careful, make sure they stay in the water. Oh, what a fish. They're very, very strong, so they're not entirely easy to get off the hook. This is our target species right here. It's a rainbow trout. Very, very, very beautiful fish. As you guys can see, very beautiful pink color, gold on the top with all these spots. It's a very, very, very beautiful fish. We're gonna release it. Swims off just like that. Nice little guy. We're gonna try to get into a bigger one for you guys though. But very good to get the first fish underway. There he is swimming off. Normally they take right off. He's being a little lethargic, it seems. So this spot is actually where I caught my first ever rainbow trout just last Saturday. My first time ever targeting them. Always wanted to catch one and finally did, so I figured I'd come back here and shoot a video on it, just because I never see any of the bigger YouTubers go out fishing for trout, and they're just such a special and cool species that, you know, I think it would make a really cool video. So I figured I'd come out here today and figured I'd do it myself. Figured this could be an enjoyable video for anyone that appreciates the outdoors and fishing. It's just such a cool fish to look at, and there's so many other species of trout, and they all have their own intricate, cool patterns. There we go. There we go, there's another one, guys. Another beautiful one. I don't think there's a such thing as a trout that isn't beautiful, to be honest. I mean, you just can't knock that. Like, what a fish. Try to get right on that current. There we go. Oh, we missed it. You don't really have much time to decipher if it's a bite or not. You just gotta set the hook and hope you get it. Yeah, there's definitely something gnawing on the end of that. There we go. See what we can do here. Spinner should just be going with the current. Okay, we got one. Must be a little bit better of a one. There we go. Another beautiful one. We're actually going to get some underwater footage on this one, guys. Alright guys, we did really good over here. I think we got into about 8 or 9. We did a few off camera just because I was trying to get some underwater footage of the releases on them, just because they're such an awesome fish. And it's one of the most satisfying parts of catching these fish, is letting them go. They just swim off so strong, and you just see those beautiful colors in the water, and it's just something else. But we're gonna leave this spot. We're gonna head to another spot because we know of a spot that me and my friend couldn't get to last time, but I'm just gonna risk it for the biscuit in this video and do my best to get there, because they should be stocked up heavy in this one spot. It's a huge rock, and it's got 2 eddies coming off the sides of it. It should just be loaded with trout, and who knows, there might even be a different kind than a rainbow there. We might get into a brown or a brook trout, who knows, and that would be 2 new species for me. So we're gonna walk through the water here, get to the car, get a new battery in the GoPro, and head to the next location. I'll see you there. This is currently what we're looking at here. Oh, I love these little thorn bushes. That feels great, but should be worth it when we get to this spot. Put it on the checklist, guys. Machete next time. Should have known that because I was just over here with them. Not in this specific spot, but over on the other side. I didn't really know how bad this side was, but probably should have expected it to be no better, which it is not. If anything, I'm going through worse brush than him and I went through. But I think we're getting close. It's kind of an extensive travel, and I'm almost up to my I'm 6 foot and I'm about up to my neck in all this crap. He said he's never had a tick going through all this stuff over here, but probably gonna check myself when I get home just to be safe rather than sorry. But the reason I do things like this is to provide good content for you guys, because I really appreciate y'all rocking with me. Well, update, we finally made it to open field, thank goodness. And I think right over the peak here is where that nice big rock with all the eddies around it is going to be. I really, well, as much as, you know, I just love getting into these rainbows since they're brand new to me, and I've always thought they were so cool. It'd be really cool to get into a big one or even another species. And I definitely have a thorn in my sock. That freaking hurts. All right. Well, here it is, guys. We got this to go down, but it's right there. We're so close. All right, let's get to it. Actually, I'll film this. This should be fun. Probably just go down on our butt, eh? Yep. Oh, getting back up should be a fun time. Might be out here in this deep pocket. If I could get onto that rock, that would be pretty awesome. Water gets pretty darn deep right there, though. Mostly just don't want to take another spill and actually fall into this, because this is significantly deeper than the water I fell into earlier. Ah, damn prickers. I'm already slipping. Oh, I just get a little low center of gravity. Alright, we're on the big rock now. Time to get the casting. Alright guys, so from what I know, they don't sell them single hook anymore. They used to. But as far as what I do for this rig up is I just keep this hook and just come behind here. And I cut these other 2 because you really don't need it. And this is just a way better presentation to be using when you're fishing for these trout. And there you have it. You got your beaded little spinner hook. Just a single hook. You cut off the 2. And then you have a little split shot just about 2 inches up from where you tied your knot. And there you go. You just get a worm on and you're set to go. Yeah, I was literally just picking my rod up and whole tip snapped. Well, like a foot from the tip snapped. Oh, actually watch that rainbow come up and eat it. All right, thank you for biting, buddy. You're beautiful. Wasn't recording for the hookup, but we got another one. And off it goes. Ooh. That could have been bad. Little hook in the arm there. Well, I hope little buddy's alright. He did hit his head a little bit. But I didn't want to grab him when he was freaking out like that, because that could have been a hook in the hand. And with the luck we've been having as far as snapping a rod after that snag, I'm not really trying to take my chances with getting a hook in the hand today. Doesn't seem like it's too far-fetched. Alright guys, so I just got done editing the video, and I want to close things out by saying thank you guys very much for watching. I do have some new content coming out very soon. I'm actually going to try to go out and film today. I do apologize because we didn't have all of our trout catches on video due to I was trying to get underwater footage. I kind of failed a few times. I'm getting used to the new camera, but as well as we ended up running out of camera space and we were out in the middle of nowhere. I was trying to do some travel and I went, It was only like an hour and a half out, but when we were driving, we did a lot of stops, so it took like 2 hours. But I was trying to do some traveling on the channel as much as I can as of right now. And yeah, so we ran out of space, and that is why we did not have all of our trout catches. I think we ended the day with about 18 to 20 trout, so we had a really freaking good day. But I did not get them all on film, and I do apologize, but I hope you guys still enjoyed the video anyways. But yeah, I'm gonna close this thing out. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, hit that bell button, and share if you are so inclined, and I will see you in the next video.